All right, I'm John Bria, the publisher of Wingsurfing Magazine and wingsurfingmag.com. We are here at the AWSI trade show in Hood River, looking at all the new 2024 gear. And I'm here with Ashlon Durham, who is from North Carolina,
yes,
from
sir.
the Outer Banks.
Cape Hatteras.
And yeah, we've got some pretty cool stuff to check out. So let's maybe start with the wings, and then we'll take a look at the downwind boards, and then some of the foils.
Absolutely, happy to run everyone through it. We're definitely excited about our new wing. This is the Naish ADX, by far the most high-performance wing, the best wing we've made yet. It's a top performer. We've got the T-bone construction, keeping the whole frame absolutely rigid. It's a heavier material that keeps it stiff right at this juncture point where we really need it, and throughout the strut. We've gone with a hard handle design, super comfortable. They've got a slight teardrop shape, similar to what you would find on our kite bar. Really ergonomic, super comfortable, keep you on the water longer, feeling like you're in great control all the time. Really cool thing that stand out about the wing, I'd just say it's the overall shape of it. This is a wing with a high dihedral. We've got a scooped turn strut, making it very ergonomic, super comfortable, and very balanced. This is a wing that has a lot of the control right in between the bars, so you're not too front hand heavy, you're not too back hand heavy, and it just makes it a lot easier to ride for a really long time. It's a good one. Front slack off the front handle is good. We've got nice space if you want to go with gloves or anything there. Comfortable neoprene, so you're not grinding your knuckles out. Really comfortable setup here. We've got front and back windows, so you can take a peek when you need to, see what's coming your way. Reinforcements in key spots, keeping the wing light, but also very strong. This has been just a great one in the lineup. It's a really good all-arounder. Really great wing for freestyle, easy wing to learn with, super fun in the surf, and it crosses over every discipline phenomenally well. One thing that's particularly cool about the wing is just the overall shape of it. By having this high dihedral design, the wingtip sits a little further in front than some flatter wings, which makes it less susceptible to scooping the wingtip in the water, keeping you out there for more sessions and lighter wind, and it's better all around. It's a phenomenal wing, and I highly recommend trying one out. We got a one pump design.
Yeah, that's
keeping
really,
that
really nice and clean.
Yeah, we don't want you guys having to plug the pump in twice. It's just simple. We got a dump valve, making pack up super easy. High pressure sup valve.
This is a really nice system with the spring.
I love it. It locks in so nicely. It's solid. It's definitely welcome. We do that on all of our kites, sups, and wings as well. So it's consistent across the whole line. Comes in 3 colors. We've got this nice burgundy wine colorway. There's an orange, there's a blue. All looks super sharp, pop really well in the water. And it's nice to have some visibility when you're out there. You know, we're getting pretty deep in the ocean sometimes, and I think there's merit in having a pretty bright wing. So nice setup here. Colors aren't everything, but they look great, perform great, and yeah, definitely get your hands on one as soon as you can. It's a phenomenal wing.
The thing I really like about this inflation system, when you're pumping up, you can always read the pressure gauge on the pump.
Absolutely.
Whereas a lot of other ones,
you're just peeking.
You
What is it?
You can't read.
It's kind of
only on the downstroke that you can read it. Whereas
yeah,
on that, you can read it perfectly.
For sure, John. I think that's I'm right there with you. So yeah, that's our ADX. Another one we have is the Matador. Matador is going to be a flatter profile, a little bit gruntier. That one's really meant just to get you up and going, get you out to a wave, and slack out well. More like surf-specific riders are loving that one, while everyone who wants to do pretty much every style of winging is gravitating towards this ADX. Pretty killer size here. We've got 4.5s, 4s, full size and half size. We've got the whole range, so you can really dial in exactly what you need and get that quiver perfect.
So you guys have some new downwind boards, and the first person on the water going today was on one of your downwind
If you
boards.
notice right now, the only guy ripping on a wing is on our Downwind 105 and a 6-meter ADX. While everyone else is slogging, he's up there flying. So I think that's a pretty good testament right now. It's definitely not windy at all, and this guy's going fast. So that's a cool thing to see, and definitely.
What size foil did he have on when he went out?
He was on a 1240 high aspect, which is from our new lineup. So that's the proof right there. Great glide, easy use, and when the wind's almost off, it's fully on.
Let's maybe just pop over there and take a quick look at one of the boards.
Yeah, let's do that. So moving inside, got this guy right here.
Take a peek at the downwinder.
Yeah, totally.
So that's the smaller of the two?
That's the smaller one. That one's actually was a prototype. It's a little bit smaller than a production. Our two production boards right now are a 105 and a 125. This gentleman out here is on the 105 right now. We can go inside and check out this 125.
Oh, there's one back there. Sweet.
Yeah, the design concepts remain very similar. The 105 slightly narrower, 105 liters, about 22 inches wide. Moving in here, we've got our 125. We've got a complete line of paddles. Nash has been a stand-up paddle company for a long time, so those are all good and ready to go. But this is our 125. Really easy one to learn on. The 105 has a slightly straighter outline, but this one's very, very stable. Nice setup to get started with the wing. You're looking at 125 liters, 7.4, 25 wide, and 5.1 inches thick. This has been a great one to learn on. Heavier riders love this one, and it can be a great one for your whole downwind career. Although some people, once they get their skills up, do want to gravitate towards a smaller board just because they're easier to ride, a little more fun, and easier to go fast with. So these are great, whether it's downwind sup, light wind winging, or both. Great option. They're very, very lightweight. Foil tracks are in a great position. For a very high aspect or a front foot heavy wing, a lot of people run it forwards. For something that's be more of a back foot dominant foil, run it all the way back. That's in a really neutral position and has been well received across many different brands. Obviously it works great with our foils, but good position for the others as well. So that's our new hover downwind. Really great one, well received, and these have been flying off the shelves. It's hard to get your hands on these, and if you get a chance to, highly recommend you do.
For someone who's experienced and been riding for a couple of years, what's the transition like to learn how to ride something like the 105?
Oh, it's not too bad. It's just a balance component. Really, you just got to stay just cat-like and make sure you're just staying balanced well. It's one of those things that on your first session, you'll be tipping, you'll be falling in the water and having a hard time with it. But I say any good athlete who's understanding of any of these sports will gravitate to it and understand it fairly quickly. Obviously, foil experience helps a lot. Sup experience helps a lot. But if you're willing to learn, take some time to focus on that stability, it's always there. So as far as time-wise, it's different for everybody. You know, we're all on our own progression course, and some people are like, oh, I'm on the 105 day one. But some of us, it takes a little longer. There's also different sizes. People have different shapes in their body. So bigger people, stay on the 125. No need to hinder yourself by riding too small a gear. So both work. You can obviously progress down to smaller when you need to.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty big, so mark us down for both those boards in Hatteras
this fall
when we're doing gear tests.
They're yours, John. I love it. Moving into this is our Carbon Ultra Ascend wingboard. Our wingboards have been extremely well received for years. We've got a great one in line right now, but this one is the best of the best. Subtle changes to an already great board. This is our 72 liter. Nice middle of the road size for winging. You've got full insert set, so you can run it 2 straps, 3 straps, 1 strap, whatever you really need. Changes in this board for the new line. We made it a little bit wider outline throughout the nose. That's going to give you more water contact, better stability when you're just about to go. We also went with a flat tail on the smaller sizes. By having this flat tail just go straight flat like that, you're going to have maximum speed, early planing capability, and ultimately just makes the board a little bit easier to get up and rip on, which is kind of the most important thing on these small sizes. It just helps get going faster. We've seen these flat tails excel in surfing. You know, Mini Simmons has always been one of the fastest boards out there, so it's a natural progression to do this on the wingboard. We've got a light chine on the rails. Very easy touchdown. If you were to be keeled over, touchdown in the water, they have a really nice tendency just to skip right up, keep you foiling. Some I've experienced have just kind of sucked down at that point if they don't have this chine just right, and these things just skip right off and keep you flying. So yeah, this is our Hover Ascend wing. Comes in a 42, 52, 62, 72, 82, 92, 102, 112, 122, and a 132. Phenomenal boards for anybody looking to go and wing it on the water. You can obviously prone the smaller sizes too if you'd like. And we also have a dedicated prone board, a little lighter weight without the inserts. Different shape on that as well. So yeah, great line for winging, foiling, whether it's downwind, prone, kite. We got you. Nash Hover Series is definitely pushing the limits.
Cool. You guys have some new foils in the lineup I see over here.
Oh yeah, we do. Personally, I'm quite stoked on these ones. Excellent equipment, phenomenal speed, glide. This is our new Jet High Aspect series. One in my hand here is the 840. This is what I like to use for good wind. If it's a good breeze out there, it's a fast foil, really good glide. They turn phenomenally. You know, some high aspects really want to track in that straight line. These ones, because you have this flipped tips here, and a slightly thicker cord in the center, it gives you a really nice central point to balance off of, so you can keel them over, rip some fast turns, and have a more aggressive surf approach. They prone foil really well, they pump phenomenally. Really nice, high speed, high aspect line. Starts with a 640, 840, 1040, 1240 was just on the water. We got a 1440 and an 1840. Moving down the line, this is our Ultra Jet. The Ultra Jet is more of a mid aspect ratio. Just for an example, this 850 is at a 6.2. Aspect ratio here. while our 840 is at a 9.8. So this one's going to have a lower stall speed, a little more turny feel. It's going to sit deeper in the pocket on a wave. You kind of want to naturally stay in that wave face rather than run out in front. Drawbacks to that would be it's got a little less glide, it's a little harder to pump, but the positive is a lower stall speed, a little more maneuverability, and a lot more kind of pitch control with that mid-aspect size. This one's obviously pretty small at the 850. They go all the way up. This one here is a 2000, so large, mid to low aspect foil for people just wanting that absolute best low end, easy cruiser. Larger humans and people just looking for an easy ride. Maybe you're at an inland lake and just want something that'll get you out there. This, or even our 1840 high aspect, are a great option to get on lighter breezes. Moving on from that, we also have the Mach 1. Mach 1 is pretty fitting of the name. It's meant just to go as fast as possible. This wing is meant for speed and it accomplished it phenomenally well. Flatter ratio here, less shape in the tips, a little more blunted wingtips as well. It gives you just tons of control at that top level of speed. That's our Mach 1. We also have a kite line. Dedicated kite foils are going to be smaller, lower aspect ratios. We've got a 650, an 810. There's also a 910 in the lineup. This is a dedicated kite foil. Really nice setup there.
Are all the masts interchangeable throughout the entire
Yeah,
lineup?
everything is interchangeable. Our tail wings and front wings are interchangeable across all of our lines. So if you were to have like an older setup, you can throw one of these new wings on your previous foil. We're still using the same 3-bolt design, super stiff connection, and it's consistent. So if you ever had a Naish foil, you'll be able to use our wings on any of it. So we've got a really nice consistency through the years of foil production.
Yeah. So like any transwinders can go from kiting to winging pretty easily.
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
swapping stuff out.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
our wings come in, our foils come with these nice bags here. Pretty easy setup to switch around. You've got pockets for masts, wings, and it's pretty easy just to have, you know, your wing quiver for kiting, prone, winging, all of it just in one of these bags. It's a nice little setup. Plastic zipper is not going to rust. Just good to keep everything organized. Moving on from that, a little more interesting in organization, our masts. We've got 3 masts in the line currently. This is our carbon 100. It's 100% carbon fiber. We've got a 3K weave throughout. This is going to be our lightest, stiffest option. Down from that, we've got a carbon 55. It's 55% carbon, more unidirectional carbon going throughout, a little heavier, a little more flexibility, but comes at a lower price point. We also have a full-size run of aluminum masts. So that's going to be the most economical and also really stiff option. Some guys who are towing will prefer like an aluminum mast just for rigidity and the way it actually helps at ultra high speed. That said, you can never go wrong with a nice high-performance carbon mast.
Yeah. So when you're riding down in the Outer Banks, in the Sound, what size mast are you usually running?
In the Sound, I'm usually on a 75. There's some places where you can get away with like doing an 85 or a 90, but we all know in Outers, if you've been in the Outer Banks, those shoals come up pretty quick. Even on the ocean side, you can find yourself on a sandbar pretty fast, and low tide is real.
Yeah.
So 75 has been kind of my happy point out there. That said, if I'm going down to Canadian Hole or Kite Point, or just some deep ocean kiting or winging, you can get away with an 85 or 95, no problem. You just got to know where you're going and where those shallow points are. But yeah, 75 is my go-to for the Outer Banks for sure.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot, Ashlon.
Yeah, my pleasure. Happy to show you guys the line.
What's the website address for taking a look at some more gear?
Oh, we're at Naish.com.
Perfect. Nice and easy.
Easy.
Sweet.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Hope you have a great time on the water. Keep living the dream.